Again, welcome back to geography class. In this class we are going to see the upcoming point of the chapter number 4. Chapter number 4, agriculture. Today's topic of discussion is topic number 11, contribution of agriculture to the national economy, employment and output. And the second one is the impact of globalization on the agriculture. Dear cadet, this globalization topic we are going to see in economics also. So for your further clarification, here we are going to see about only the impact of globalization on agriculture sector only. So contribution of agriculture to the national economy, employment and output, what is that? We are going to see the share which is shared by agriculture in the national economy as a part of employment and what is the output. After that we will see the globalization. The word globalization is telling about that and its impact on agriculture. So without wasting much time, first I want to tell you, have a notebook and your textbook to copy down the important point from this presentation. Yesterday few cadets have asked me the point which I had given you as an homework about the Bhudan or Gramdan movement started by Vinoba Bhave. So Vinod Bhave, he was a great portrayal of Gandhiji's concept of Gram Swaraj, right? So in that the Bhudan or Gramdan, Bhu means the land, right? So gift of land, donating the land to someone, giving the land piece to someone who is poor or who is landless. So what the scheme of this? So Vinoba Bhave started this movement, and just like the Sri Ramchandra Reddy, as you have read in that paragraph, offer the 80 acres of the land to be distributed among the 80 landless villages. That act was known as the Bhudan, right? Some zamidar distributed, the owners of many villages offered to distribute the sum of the villages also, so to the landless, which is known as the Gramdan. Gram means to be the village. So Bhudan or Gramdan. In that Vinoba Bhave used to march from one place to another, and he used to tell to the large landlord to adopt him as a son and then to donate the land piece to the landless poor, having the share. This movement was known as the bloodless revolution also. So dear cadet, please go through this, and after that what you will do, you have to write a short note making on this topic. Still you are having any doubt and difficulty, so please ask to me. Next, moving further to see today's topic, contribution of agriculture to the national economy, and we are going to see about how the agriculture is employing the different people, what is the share of agriculture as a primary sector to the national economy, and what is the output. So as already we had seen in economics, the chapter number 1, development, what is the meaning of average income, what is the meaning of GDP, that's a gross domestic product. So all the goods and services produces within the all the sector, when their final value is going to be added, that is going to be called as the GDP. So agriculture has been the backbone of the Indian economy through its shares in the gross domestic product. So this line is speaking about that agriculture was giving a large share to the national economy, right? But please have attention here. Agriculture has been the backbone of the Indian economy through its shares in the gross domestic product. GDP has registered a declining trend from 1951 onwards. That means in 2010 and 11, about 52% of the total workforce was employed by the farm sector, which marks more than half of the Indian population depend on agriculture for sustain. So here by seeing this we are understanding about that. So agriculture is giving the huge employment to the people. More than our half of the people of the Indian population, they are sustaining their life on agriculture only. So the father is having the land piece, so generation by generation it is passed on to their children or to their right. So like that the land distribution pattern in the story of the village Palampur, already we had seen how the one person is there. If the person is having the four sons, then the land is going to be divided equally into the four parts. After that again and again, so generation by generation they will have a land piece, they will cultivate them, and they are going to love their livelihoods. Next, the decline share of the agriculture in the GDP is a matter of serious concern because any decline and stagnation in agriculture will lead to the decline in the spheres of economy, having the wider implications of the society. So for the society they are going to have a wider implication if the share shared by the agriculture is declining. Next, considering the importance of agriculture, in India, the government of India made concerned effort to the modernization of the agriculture. So the government in India, by seeing the data and the facts and figure, the government of India has taken the concern to modernize the agriculture. Now also, dear cadet, you are observing the news. In that you are hearing the agriculture news that the farmers are doing the strikes and dharna rallies from so many months ago they had started, and still now they are fighting with the government about the news laws and for on the agriculture part. So establishment of the Indian Agriculture of Council of Agriculture Research, that means the ICAR. Please make a notice. So it can be asked for 1 marks MCQs. What is the full form of ICAR? Establishment of Indian Council of Agriculture Research, right? This I talked in the chapter number first also, resources, where we were talking about the different types of soil. So Indian Council of Agriculture Research, that's a ICAR. Please make a note of it. Agriculture universities, as I stated, veterinary services and animal breeding centers, horticulture development, research and development in the field of meteorology and the weather forecast, etc., were given more priority for improving the Indian agriculture. Apart from this, improving the rural infrastructure was also considered initially for the same. So dear cadet, as we are seeing here in this slide, the contribution of the GDP was slowly declining. So for that purpose, what the government has taken the initiative. So the government has taken the initiative by establishment of the ICAR. After that, agriculture universities, veterinary services, animal breeding centers, horticulture development, research and development in the field of meteorological and weather forecasting, and etc. and etc. Now dear cadet, now you are at your home, you can go to the government portal website and you can see in your area what are the different things, the changes and the different modernization in the agricultures are happening in your area. I'm so happy that the number of the cadets, they are clicking their agriculture farms field, clicking the images of their crops, how the from first stage to the second stage the crop is growing, and they are sending to me through the WhatsApp. So I request, if you are having the agriculture farm on you, so you can also, whatever the crop you have grown, which crop it is that and how you are growing, and like that you can just click a photograph and send to me. I'm so happy that number of the cadets, they are sending the sugarcane crop, the maize crop, and the different pulses crop they are sending to me, and I'm happy that they are working on that. Next, so here we are observing the table 4.1. the India growth rate of GDP and the major sectors in percentage wise. So as we are observing the agriculture, industry and services, that means the primary, secondary and tertiary sector. That means the three sectors we are going to soon we are going to discuss in the chapter number 2, that the three sectors of Indian economy. The source is the Economic Survey of 2015 and 16. These are the provisional figures. Point number 1, the data is from 2013 to 14, 14 to 15 and 15 to 16 is here. I request you all, please observe the data which is talking about the share, right? The growth rate of GDP and the major sectors in percentage. So how the service sector is growing by the contribution of all the three sectors, here also and here also. So you can see about that here 4.2, right? Here C and here C 5.0, 5.9 and 7.3 here. Okay, now we are going for the explanation part of this. I request you all, if you don't have the textbook, I had taken it from the textbook, so the student can deeply learn from the textual language. That's why in my each and every presentation I am taking all the concept from the textbook only. Next, from the table 4.1, it is clear that through the GDP growth rate is increasing over the year, right? It is not generating sufficient employment, right? Opportunities in the country. The growth rate in agriculture has been decelerating, which is an alarming situation. So today, Indian farmers are facing a big challenge. And what is that? From the international competition and the reduce. This means the reduce in the public investment. Moving further, this table is speaking about GDP rate grows, right? As we had seen. Once more I will show you the GDP is growing. 13 14, 14 15 and 15 16. Here 7.2 was there, here 7.6 is here, right? Next, but what is that? It's an alarming situation because we are facing the competition from the international sides, right? And the reduction in the public investment. Next, in agriculture sector, subsidies on fertilizer is decrease, leading to increase in the cost of production. Moreover, the reduction in the import duties on agriculture product has proven the detriment of the agriculture in the country. Farmers are withdrawing their investment from the agriculture, causing a downfall in the employment in the agriculture. So by seeing the detrimental to the agriculture in the country, so farmers have started to do, they started to withdraw their investments. Okay. Next, impact of globalization on the agriculture. So here we are going to see about the globalization. By the word globalization, we are going to talk and discuss this word in economics in a detailed one. But in a simple sentence, I want to tell you about the globalization in a simple word, that the whole world is connected. Globe and lization, that the globalization, that means whole world is now connected. Now, next point is this. Globalization is not a new phenomena. It was there at the time of the colonization also. In the 19th century, when the European traders, they moved to India, at that time, two Indians, that means at that time the Indian spices were exported to the different countries of the world and the farmers of the South Indian were encouraged to grow this. Till today, it is one of the important items of export from India. So here we are seeing it, the impact of globalization, how India is connected with the different parts of the world, and what the globalization is having the impact on agriculture. As from the we are seeing here from the in the 19th century, when the European traders they used to come to India, and what they used to export from here, so the Indian spices were exported, and now also its demand and value and quality is still at the high prices. During the British period, the cotton belt of India attracted the British. So, this was the main reason. Again, we are understanding about the impact of globalization, right? How the one country is connected to other, and the globalization was possible through the agriculture. Attracted the British, and ultimately cotton was exported to Britain as a raw material for their textile industry. So at that time also the cotton was exported to the Britain for the textile industry. Next, cotton textile industries merchants and the Liverpool flourished due to the availability of the good quality of cotton from India. So the raw material was sent from here to there. You have read about the Champaran movement which was started in 1917 in Bihar. Soon you are going to discuss all this topic in the chapter number Nationalism in India in history. Your sir will discuss about all this movement. This was started because the farmer of that region was forced to grow the indigo on their land because it was necessary for the textile industry which was located in Britain. They were unable to grow the food grain to sustain their families. What is the indigo movement, Jamidari Pratha, Rayyatwari system, all this topic you have read in 8th standard in history part. Next, under globalization, particularly after 1990s, the farmers in India have been exposed to the new challenge. And what was the new challenge? Besides being an important producer of rice, cotton, rubber, tea, coffee, jute, and other spices, our agriculture products are not able to compete with the developed countries because of highly subsidies agriculture in those countries. The subsidies which is given in their country, because of that we are not able to compete with them. Next, today Indian agriculture find itself at the crossroad, which means to make agriculture successful and profitable, the proper thrust should be given to improvement of the condition of the marginal and the small farmer. The Green Revolution promised much. By the Green Revolution, the government has taken the initiative. Just we are knowing about the White Revolution and the Green Revolution. But today, it's under the controversy. It is being so allegations were many, and that has the cause of the land degradation due to the overuse of the chemicals, right, aquifers, and the vanishing biodiversity. The key word today is the genic revolution, which includes the genetic engineering. Please have a look to that word. Genetic engineering is recognized as a powerful supplement in the inventing new hybrid varieties of seeds. Please make a note of it. Next, in fact, organic farming is much more viable today because it is practiced without the factory made chemicals, then moreover fertilizers and pesticides. Hence, it does not affect the environment in negative manner. A few economics think that the Indian farmer have been the future if they continue to grow the food grains on holding the small patch of the land and the smaller population rise. India's rural population is about 833 millions in 2001, then which depends upon the 250 millions approximately. So hectares of agricultural land and the average of less than half a hectare per person. So Indian farmers should diversify their cropping pattern from cereal to high value crops. This will increase the economics and the reduction of the environmental degradation. Samenti because the fruits, medicinal herbs, flower, vegetable, biodiesel crops like the jatopra and jojoba needs much less irrigation than the rice and sugarcane. India's diverse climate can be the harness to grow a wide range of high value crops. So here this is organize a debate on food security in India, its need and effort. So the food security topic is already deleted from our syllabus. You are requested only to visualize it and see it. Okay, this is for your homework. These are the just like figure 4.16 and 17. Please observe it. The tissue cultures of tea clones, the problem associated with the heavy pest, right? Lastly, I want to thank to each and everyone. Still you are facing any doubt and difficulty, please let me know that. Thanking to each and everyone. Jai Hind to one and all.